every person in India, if he wants to, can start whatever that he wishes to back in the same village where he came from and do the business from there.
Welcome to the Change My Way of Life podcast. Shri Krsna Guruji.
Jai Shri Krishna.
Guruji, is the parental notion that my child should do better than I had done, is that modern thinking, or has that always been that way? And how do we get out of that?
It is a very old thinking. You will find that in olden times also, the father always wanted the son to grow better than him. It is always like that. But because of over-pampering and because of money and various other reasons, they did not do the upbringing properly. And by allowing the children to do what they please, they created the first mistake over there. See, as a parent, the job is, if I am a farmer, I wish my son learns farming. But my son wants to join an information technology company, or my son wants to become a HR expert. Now, if he wants to become an HR expert, can I stop him? I would rather pay for his studies and let him go wherever he wants to. But today you see even the HR jobs are outsourced to AI. No longer are these fields open to human beings. So what is it that is there in his blood? Think, his blood says he is a farmer. So the father or the grandparents don't need to push it to that child. Finally, he will go all over the world and come back. I am sure you have heard of the story of the two brothers in the Bible. One who took the money from his father and went far away. Finally, he had to return back to the base. See, destiny is a very beautiful thing over here. It is going to bring you back the whole circle, back to where you started. You don't need prompting over there. The father or the person who is there in that industry does not need any prompting. He will be pulled by his ears and brought back to that same base once again. See, I'm sounding a little harsh over here, but look at the way the world is turning up today. So you will find that we will all have to go back to our base. There are no choices there. Today, everything is being taken over by AI, including the war that is happening. See, earlier we required foot soldiers. Today we require drones and missiles. A country doesn't even use any foot soldier anywhere. Where is the use of human knowledge over there? Human, like I say, a human touch over there. Everything is AI. Can you imagine that? Even the pinpoint location is done by AI today. Now think about it. Are there going to be jobs created, or are we going to lose jobs? It is but natural we are going to lose jobs like nobody's business. And that is the reason why we need this to be done immediately, ASAP. Go back to where you came from and start that entire system all over again. And those who go back to their base today, in the next 10 or 20 years, will be better off if you do that today. But if you keep on waiting, you will understand that it is not going to happen.
Right. So, Guruji, I'm uncertain how people are going to go back to these chores or jobs, these small villages to do work. If you take somebody who has been in the upper echelon of their company and now they're no longer needed, is he going to really take off his business attire and put on work clothes?
I will analyze the situation for you. Today, an IT worker in a city of Bangalore or any other place in the world is dependent on his monthly salary. Based on his current monthly income, he has taken loans for the purpose of housing, for the purpose of their cars. He has got married, he's got children, he's created a family. He has hedged his bets on the job. But today, if you look at the repossessing of houses that has taken place, it's back to 2008 today. You will find that most of the people are not able to pay their loans back. They cannot maintain their family in such surroundings as they are used to. After the pandemic, this is a very big, change that has happened. You will find that today, when somebody loses a job, they have to sell their house as well. How can the person stay in the city where he thought that he is going to have a better life? It's not going to happen. You will find that these people will be driven back where they came from. See, think like this. Where else can they go? Do you think they should be taking up jobs of courier companies or delivering groceries? Somebody who is a vice president, somebody who is a general manager, somebody who is a senior architect or something like that, do you think that person has got any money left? He has used all his money for doing whatever that he has been doing for many years. He has had a lavish lifestyle. The weekend parties and this and that and everything. Do you think when there are no jobs, he can afford any of this kind of a lifestyle? The answer is no, he cannot. And then on top of it, he has put his children in schools which are charging the earth for studies. Do you think he has the money to pay for his children's education today? Can he hedge his bets for saying that I will send my children to all the top B schools? It is impossible. When you lose a job, you lose literally everything. And when that situation comes in your life, there are no choices left. And when you don't have any choices left, where can you turn? Where can you go? You have to go back to your own parentage, wherever you came from. You have to revert back to the same place. Look at the Gulf, the Middle East situation. There are more than 1 crore nearly of Indians out there in the Middle East. With the situation that is developing today, where there will be no water available, the prices have dropped literally like nobody's business. There are no jobs available because most of the places are empty. All the malls, to the shopping centers, to the businesses, whoever thought that I can go and do business in this Middle Eastern country has no choice today. He has to revert back to where he came from. So there are no jobs. What is that person going to do? There are lots of people from India who are there. They will have to return back to their base. Don't you think so? Where are they going to return? Back to the villages, to where they came from, because they can't afford the cities today. So we are back to square one where we started. And nobody needs the prompting over here. Destiny by itself is going to throw them back in the same place where they came from. And this is 100% going to happen. There are no choices in this. Let me tell you that.
Well, people are returning to their villages. Are there systems that sustain them there? And you're speaking about a lot of people returning to small villages.
Yes, I will give you an answer as far as India is concerned. In India, in the last few years, the Indian economy has grown quite a lot. And because of that, you will find that the government has come up with thousands of schemes. Every person, whether he's a villager, whether he's a farmer, whether he is a mason, or whosoever concerned, they are allowed to take loans by the government so that they can start their small businesses. In India, we call them MSME. Every person in India, if he wants to, can start whatever that he wishes to back in the same village where he came from and do the business from there. It is not going to be spectacular the way you were thinking of, but at least you will have a roof on top of your head. You will have a steady income. The government will give you certain loans. You can buy some equipments, you can buy the goods, and you can start your businesses. This is something the Indian government has done. Second thing is, it has developed an infrastructure. We have every village in India connected from roadways to the internet. Everything is available today. Isn't that what we require today? That the person who is staying in the village should become savvy as far as technology is also concerned. You will find that India is the largest market for smartphones. Every person in the village has a smartphone, including the farmer. Okay, I'm not deriding a farmer, but I'm telling you this: the smallest of the person in the village has a cell phone, which is a smartphone. He knows what an internet is. He is watching a lot of stuff on the internet. He knows all the schemes. There are village officers which are helping him get to the schemes. He can draw a loan from the government. He can register himself. We have a society in India where we don't have to go to a bank to make payments or receive payments. Today, you can do it on your smartphone. Can you imagine the technological advance that has happened in India? So even if these people from the city go back to the villages, they are not bereft of all these things. They can still carry their laptops. They can still be connected to the internet. Maybe their speed may not be as high as what they were used to, but they will have to work very hard for what they earn. Please remember this. Hard work never kills a man. So even if they go back to the village, they have to start all over again. This is something which we need to know. It is important for every human being to understand that you have become lazy and stupid in the last few years. Any person who is dependent on AI is become lazier and stupider by the day. They are less sharp because they have outsourced everything to AI. And when they have done this and now they see that they are defaulting in literally everything, would they want their children to do the same? I don't think that is right. So they will want their children to become smarter than them, isn't it? So if you want your children to become smarter, you have to expose them to a lot of other things besides AI as well. So they should know a lot of stuff. And this is where we can see that every person reverting back to the village will be actually helping the economy and their own self in a much better manner.
Well, Guruji, thank you so very much for joining us.
Thank you.
If you have enjoyed this presentation and would like to be informed of new presentations, remember to like, share, and subscribe or follow. Thank you.